Hey yo, what's
You
good? What's good, man? We
back.
back. We got another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast here. You got your boy Lawrence, Kenny, and Phil. Neil is building servers and saving the world right now. So
Right. Those
him,
5G areas are down,
him
so we need Neil right now.
he's stopping the spread of COVID from the 5G servers. You know, man.
Stop him.
It seems like it's been a little while. I don't know why, but how y'all been and how y'all living, man?
Hey, doing kind of decent up there. Pretty ups and downs throughout the week. Patriots got their souls ripped out against the Bills, but bright
Understatement.
side. Oh, understatement. See, obliterated, kicked their teeth in, whatever you can think of. Little boy, they got Westbrook celebration. Completely shut down. But the bright side, I had a 5-team parlay, so I'll take it. I guess
All
it's better
right,
than
all right,
nothing.
there you go.
Bright side.
So wait, I'm just thinking about this. If you hit, you didn't bet your game?
Absolutely not. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
I never bet my team. Almost
What,
never.
No, I don't
what
like
about you,
it
Kenny?
this.
Yeah.
Can't complain. Playoff football's back. That was a good weekend. We had a couple of blowouts, but we had one game come down to the wire. A second one that did come down to the wire, and we saw some boneheaded nonsense that just played into my Cowboys not a good football team narrative. But we'll get to that.
We also saw some refs almost lose their jobs for the rest of the playoffs. So, yikes.
Yeah, they. What was that? That was
The
That's
Bengals game.
the
Bengals
Bengals
Raiders.
game,
Yeah.
right. So wait, so what had happened in that?
So Joe Burrow's rolling out to the sideline, gets real close to the sideline.
TJ,
Yeah.
the Tyler Boyd, the Tyler
Yeah,
Boyd.
he
TJ.
throws it. The whistle gets blown while the ball's in the air. Tyler Boyd catches it, touchdown. They call it touchdown and they stands, but technically, for an inadvertent whistle, the play's supposed to be blown dead.
Jeez.
But realistically, though, no matter what happens there, somebody's gonna be pissed because
Yeah.
if you blow it dead, since he's gonna be mad because Joe Burrow was in bounds, and even though it was inadvertent, he killed the play. It serves the same purpose as if you called him out of bounds. But then
Was
if
there
you let it stand, Oakland gets mad.
was there ever an explanation from the ref?
The refs just said the touchdown stands. Then after the game, when the NFL talked to the officiating crew stated that the whistle wasn't blown until after he caught the ball, which is not true. But that's what the officiating crew said.
Yep.
Wow.
And now they won't ref another playoff game for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Rightfully
odds
so.
are there's going to be a couple other crews that don't, anyways, because obviously there's only so many games go around. But
Yeah,
NFL
but
just-
there was no you're not
Yeah,
with that
right.
mess up you're not going to.
exactly, they announced that to make to try to make themselves look good.
Right.
Yeah, I had saw that play, and I was confused, and then I saw the whole post come out about the refs, and I didn't know it was because I was in Florida this past weekend, so like I barely got to watch the games honestly. Like I got to watch the Steelers get destroyed, and then I ended up going out, and then I watched a little. What was the game before that?
That was the Cowboy game.
Yeah,
The
Cowboys.
I
49ers,
watched. Yeah, I watched into that when I was confused, just puzzled. Why in that moment you scramble? I get their explanation after the game, but
You
I
do?
don't know. I don't
I
know,
don't.
man. I don't know, man.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We got some takes on that for sure.
I think their explanations made him look even more of a goober.
Especially that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh my goodness. So what y'all think of the? First off, we'll go with the game that had the bots call. The Raiders and the Bengals. What did you guys think of that?
I thought it was a good game. I think that it stinks that everyone's going to talk about that play and say that that's what cost the game because it was a touchdown and the Raiders lost by a touchdown. But I think there were other things in that game since he was just the better team. It was a good game. It was one of our closer games for the weekend. It came right down to the last play. I think Joe Burrow's the real deal. I also think that this proves that Raiders coach deserves a full season as that coach.
Interesting.
Yeah. I like the game as well. I mean, I think it went, besides the bots call, it went like however I thought it would be. Very close game to the end because that's most of the Raiders games throughout the season, very close to the end. Derek Carr getting a shot at the end. Either he pulls it off or doesn't. Joe Burrow played well. Jamar Chase, this whole Bengals team, excited to see what they do next week against a very tough Titans team.
Nah, I think I definitely had I think I picked the Bengals to win. I just like that they got the youth on their side. They got a great core. I think the contracts line up well to where they'll be able to actually. I'm not gonna call them contenders quite yet, but have an opportunity in the next 2-3 years.
Right, so. Because think about it, they'll have Burrow on a rookie deal for 3 more years, Jamar Chase for 4 more years, T. Higgins for 2 more years. So those your most important players are all on a rookie deal. Joe Mixon's got to be just coming off his rookie deal, probably I would say next year. I feel like he's been in the league forever, but he hasn't. He's going to probably demand some sort of money, they have the luxury of now, since the rest of their core is on a rookie deal, they could overpay the running back position if they wanted to.
Right. Take care of him because he's holding it down. They don't care. They're gonna get him 20 touches, and it don't matter how from the backfield, passing or receiving or rushing. So definitely shout out to the Bengals for winning that game. But man, who y'all think was the MVP of that game?
You got to go with Burrow. I'd say just that play, the touchdown pass to Boyd was just really unreal. How he stayed with the play, kept himself in bounds, and then finds Boyd in the back of the end zone. Like that was a pretty football play.
Right. What about you?
I'm gonna have to agree. He made all the right throws, extended some plays. He didn't put his team in danger. Made dumb decisions. He played a pretty much smart game overall.
Right. I probably say the same thing too. I really like him, man. Just from the LSU, he has that it factor. He has the confidence. Like, I don't care who you are, and he's gonna go out there and play. So, definitely shout out to Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Yep. Plus, in the beginning of the year, everyone thought the team was gonna make the playoffs. A lot of analysts had them now winning the division, so on and so on, because of the O line. But everyone proved them wrong, and now they have a playoff win. It was like 30+ years, I think, or was it? It's been a while.
They haven't won a playoff game since 1991.
Yeah. Even with goddamn Carson Palmer and Ultra Single was there. So what do y'all think about we'll keep it going because we kind of have the same format for every game. What do y'all think of Zach Taylor?
I mean,
do you think he's actually get some credit, or is it because he has young dogs?
I think it's because he has young dogs, to be honest with you. There was something that came out like after they clinched the division. It's actually funny because I laughed and I said it's probably true. Was a team ever considered firing their head coach after winning the division? Because with some of these names out there, you got to think about it if you're Cincy, which I'm not going to go that far. But no, like I'm not anointing him the reason why they turned this around.
Right. Definitely shout out to the GM and everything over there too. They're doing their thing. That roster is nice.
Right.
Some of my boys from New Orleans had to go there. Super still.
They're not gonna pay us. Let's get paid over there.
Right.
Monopoly money there in New Orleans.
Don't even get, bro. I'm looking at the beat writers on Twitter, and they're just like, waiting a couple weeks, all the content I'm gonna have about everybody asking about the cap space and the cap room. Like he went out like it was probably 10 replies to himself, and like people were like, "How are the Saints gonna do it? We're gonna lose." They're saying that they're gonna everybody that's up for unrestricted or restricted. They're like, "We're gonna lose them all." So it's like, but he was like, "Nah, we're gonna end up signing them because making
some way somehow."
Yeah, I think in that game too. I think that speaks to this whole season. Like Derek Carr is a better quarterback than people want to give him credit for. Like
he's
like that team was a dumpster fire. Like from the head coach, the Henry Ruggs situation. They went on that big losing streak.
The other player they got released as well. Yeah,
I didn't really believe in him like early in the season. But then, like, just to watch, I got to watch a lot of the Raiders games because I had Renfro on my team and everything. So, but he has great touch on his passes too. He gets a lot of great passes.
And like a lot of people forget, the year that he got hurt, like when the Raiders were doing well and making the playoffs, he was like the front runner for the MVP with Matt Ryan that year. Like it was a neck and neck race. And he got hurt, and the Raiders went downhill. But Derek Carr has done this before. Like this isn't a fluke. Like this is who Derek Carr could be.
Right. Also, did you guys see that? I think there's a clip of floating around on Twitter somewhere, him walking out at the beginning of the game without the lights, and it's a slow motion walkout. I don't know if you saw it. It's like they like zoomed in on him walking up the field. The film looks absolutely crazy. I'll probably send
Oh,
it to
you
you guys
talking?
after.
You talking about when he's running out?
Yeah, right, he's running
Yeah,
off the
yeah,
field.
yeah, yeah. The crazy
That
angles the
clip
guy
looks
got.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he has. I think he said because I was looking at that too on Twitter, and I think he has some special camera to do that type of shot. So I think he was like really new to like getting into the filming for the playoffs and everything too. So I definitely know what you're talking about. It definitely looks
Right,
crazy
that
too.
looks fire.
Yeah,
Looks like out of Madden or something.
he's out of Madden. Madden would never do nothing like that. We're gonna get the same thing from 2004.
Right.
But let's go. What next game you guys want to go to?
Well, it was the next game on the weekend. It was the Patriots game.
Oh Lord,
So,
we got to do it to you.
Yeah,
I
we'll
mean-
let you. If you want to go first, Phil, we'll let you.
yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
can tell by my little title from next to my username. That's just it's an understatement. So far gone. Yeah,
Right,
little
right.
Cute. I try to be cute with it, but where do I start? Yeah, we got our asses kicked. Just short and simple. Josh Allen, amazing game from him. 5 touchdowns, 300, 400 yards. Our defense played like shit. Slow as hell. They got outran. They got basically out everything. Just a very poor performance to end the year. So there's nothing else you can say. They just played poorly, and the Bills outplayed us in every single way: offense, defense, special teams, you name it.
This game makes me change how I feel about the Bills because I felt like the Bills are gonna. Well, I still think they're gonna. I still feel like they're gonna lose to the Chiefs this weekend. Like they're gonna be rolling high off of this. Then they're gonna be like, we already kicked your teeth in earlier in the season, and then they're gonna be like, oh, you got the Stephon Diggs picture surfacing again of him watching and everything. But I think like the Bills, I just don't know about like Josh Allen is great, but I just don't know about him. I don't know if he could get past Pat.
Well, here's the thing: they played a
don't think you can do
legit
it.
perfect game. Like
Yeah.
every possession finished with a touchdown. Like there were no, like that's not gonna happen. Like it just then that's not because they're a bad team. It's just because if there's a reason why it only happened once in history, because it's probably never gonna happen again. But to me, this game almost spoke more to Mac Jones and the Patriots than it did the Bills. Because if I'm a Patriot fan, Phil, correct me. This is how I'm feeling. After I watched that, I know that I am not equipped to fight the Bills in the future because if the Bills get a big lead on you, how are you coming back? Because Mac Jones is not that guy. Like he's a solid quarterback, but if you get into a gunfight, game over because Mac Jones is not going to do it.
Yeah, just going off of that before you continue, like basically most of the wins or like all of the wins for the Patriots this year, defense starts off lights out, Patriots get a good lead, and then they coast the rest of the game. And if it's a gunfight like the Bills, they've lost a lot of that because like the Saints game, for example, they started off slow, a lot of turnovers, and after halftime, more turnovers, they lost that game. So if the defense doesn't come up big first half, they're most likely going to lose that game. So yeah, they need a lot in the offseason on defense.
Yeah, it's something that's got to scare you moving forward because Mac is going to be your quarterback. Obviously, you invested a first-round pick into him, and he's not bad. But just when it comes to Mac versus Josh Allen for the foreseeable future, I don't think I like my chances there.
Definitely.
A lot of moves need to be made for the Patriots. Defense, I think the linebackers are aging. Like Kenny said earlier, most of the defensive players on the team are old, so probably try to look in the draft, try to get some defensive players because the Patriots have been good with defensive players like getting drafted. It's just the offense has been hella shaky, so maybe try to find some receivers and most importantly linebackers, defensive linemen, and definitely some people in the secondary for this year. So we got a lot of work to do this offseason.
I think it's a good draft. He just basically everything.
Yeah. That's why I make sure that we all heard.
Offensive line is good. I think our tight ends are good. Just basically, defense, everything on defense.
I feel you. Well, where they're aging, you feel like that's where they need the most.
Yeah, linebackers.
And I feel like this draft too is Kenny. You can correct me. I think it's more defensive than offensive.
Yeah. I mean, right now the two best players in the draft are both edge rushers.
Right. So there's definitely gonna be out there. The boy from Oregon. You got the guy from Michigan. Those two.
They got two guys from Michigan. I mean, Hutchinson is the clear cut better. His Ojabo, David Ojabo, his other guy on the other side of him is also going to probably go top 10.
Okay, so then you got those. And I feel like the Saints going to get one of them if he can hold out to 18, which he probably won't, to be honest, because edge rushers are important.
Thibodeau and Hutchinson are going top 3.
Yeah,
that's Oregon, but Ojabo's probably going to go top 10. Those 3 are probably going to be off the board.
Right.
Also, I think I saw it on somewhere, Fox Sports or whatever it was. I think it was Colin Cowherd saying the Patriots might want to look into trading Mac Jones, which is a terrible take from Colin Cowherd. He's had a lot recently. This man is a rookie. You saying trade him after that 1 year?
He makes his money as being given the hottest takes of all time, and it's a terrible, terrible take. I guess the only thing I can say to try to defend him is he was saying like that would be a Belichick thing to do because he does the most unconventional things ever. But if he had any ounce of seriousness in when he said that, I don't know.
All for the clicks.
Do you think this kind of goes into the whole argument of the whole Tom versus Bill thing?
I mean, it's kind of hard to argue at this point. Like we've literally seen Brady can do it with doesn't matter who at this point. And Belichick, I mean, he's had 2 seasons now without post Tom, and he also had seasons before he had Tom Brady. So I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious at this point that Brady was the better half of that relationship. They both needed each other, but Brady was the better half of the relationship.
Right.
Yeah, I would have to agree. As of right now, Brady won a Super Bowl first year in Tampa Bay, and Belichick's obviously still building his team to be that level. So it's just, it's going to be a waiting game for Belichick, but as of right now, Brady definitely does have it.
I think he's a good enough coach, good enough scouter, too, to get back to where they can compete, but you obviously going to need Mac to have leaps and bounds to get better, especially as a passer, being able to make the money plays. I'm not sure what McDaniels – I haven't really watched their offense a whole lot, but you're going to have to push the ball down the field like the rest of these guys because they literally go from the 20, 25, and they throw a shot down the field. They're scoring in 15 seconds.
Yeah. So, with no weapons like Gronk and etc., and with the whole Patriots loving the whole check down system and having their receivers and tight ends make plays, including people like James White, who's out this year, it's very tough to move the ball without players like that. So, a lot of adapting for Mac Jones and the Patriots.
And it's almost like that's what everybody was saying when Tom Brady was there. Like, oh, he's got no ones. And everyone but, Brady just masked all that. But Belichick was convinced it was his system, and we now see that it was not your system because Mac Jones had virtually the same offense that Brady's had. No weapons, and we couldn't do anything with it.
Right.
On to next year.
So on to next year. Mid to high diagonal pick.
Technically, I'm just happy.
What pick you guys got? 20 something?
Mid to high.
What do you? 20 what?
22
probably.
Playoffs. So there's
22.
14 teams make the playoffs.
Because the Saints got 18.
So probably high, low 20s.
Yeah, I would probably say.
Yeah. I'm just happy
which isn't a
made
bad
it
pick
there.
either.
So, going back to my preseason prediction, I'm just happy that I got that right at least.
Right.
But that's a small victory. So very small.
What was the preseason prediction?
Make the playoffs as a lower seed. So, check.
It's impressive. Y'all got what, 10 wins?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive.
It was very bumpy in the
Regardless.
season. Dolphins, Bills, just very shaky. But
you guys have the 21st pick.
The what?
21st.
21st, yeah, okay, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say 20, 20, 20,
low
21,
20s.
Let's see.
We got, I think, Eagles, Bucs on next. That was the next game on Saturday.
The Eagles, Bucs.
Or Sunday.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, apparently Jalen Hurts was hurt that entire game, which every NFL player does. They don't tell him the injury until after the game. So.
Still don't care.
Yeah.
You had the option to sit out. Let Cashew play.
Yeah. Also, just a little side note. I had a little parlay on that game. I lost by 1 Jalen Hurts rushing yards, so very tragic. I would have won like $200, $300. So
I lost by 14 Gronk receiving yards. Unbelievable. But yeah, I actually was surprised at how much of a blowout it was, just because how close they played each other last time, and because 51% of the Bucs offense was not there.
Yeah, that's
Like,
very true.
I mean, you can watch the show from last week. I was giving Philly their credit, saying this was going to be a closer game than everyone thought. Like, so before anyone in here says like I'm being a hater, like I'm not. I was on your side. I'm thoroughly shocked at how bad this one turned out to be.
Bro, I'm playing in the flag game, and it was like I played right before the game started, and then we get done. It's like halftime or the end of the game, and I go check the phone, and I like refresh it, and you know ESPN is a terrible app, and I see 31-0. I said nah. I closed my app. I said these boys are not getting whooped like this. Not in the playoffs. Sure enough, Jalen Hurts is like 2 for 7, 7 yards passing. I told y'all, if you can't pass, you're not gonna win, especially against the Bucs. Plain and simple. And he missed a lot. He missed a lot of passes too. They were breaking it down. He missed a lot of passes where
Rick, for sure. Y'all feel our pain about betting. Absolutely, Rick. I felt that pain all last week.
That was just not. I don't know. You watch that game and you say to yourself, like, "This is what you gave up Carson Wentz for."
Right, and then there's people that are jumping on Carson Wentz now saying, "I told you so," and all this other shit.
Which I just don't get, because we talked about it last week too. Like, yeah, the Colts lost that game last week, but it wasn't all on Wentz. That was just a complete team meltdown.
Right.
But that's just people, like, they're looking to justify, well, we got rid of Wentz, so they're going to blame anything they can on Wentz.
Did the Eagles get that pick for Wentz, by the way?
15,
they got the first round pick.
15, 16, and 19. That's what they got. Yep. So we'll see what they do.
They're gonna trade all that for a quarterback. Typical Eagles action.
Well, there's only about how many quarterbacks getting? 2?
No, it's available though. He said he's going to trade him for a quarterback. So like Rodgers is available, Wilson.
Okay. I thought you meant like okay. I thought you meant like trading up to the top spot to get a quarterback. There's about 2 or 3 of them, if that.
I mean, really. This year, guys that are going to go in the first round would not go in the first round.
Right.
Like, if they were in last year's draft, they would not have been first-round quarterbacks.
No, it's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, for me, for the Eagles-Bucs game, the Eagles started off really slow. Like, they tried to run the ball. They couldn't. They got away from the run game, tried to pass a lot. Devontae Smith didn't get a touch until late second quarter, maybe after half. They weren't looking for him, even though he was trying to make plays. Then the Bucs, they did what they had to do. They only had like Mike Evans and like Gronk. They still managed to move the ball on the Eagles. No Leonard Fournette, he wasn't playing. Vaughn and Gio Bernard played well in his absence. So just Bucs did everything right to move on and hopefully get healthier for this Rams game, because they're definitely gonna need everyone they can have.
He said we should get Rodgers for a year. Y'all not getting Rodgers.
Kind of like how Lawrence said, this changes my perception. This changed perception of the Bills. This game changed my perception of the Bucs because they did it with no one out there. Again, like Lawrence said with the Bills, I still think the Bucs are going to lose, but I got to give them more credit than I was giving them, because with 51% of your offensive production out, I don't care who your NFL team out there, and you made them look bad.
Yeah, it gets more and more difficult. And you should go against the Packers, you go against the Rams. That 51% matters.
Also, the one thing I'm worried about next, like moving on for the Bucs, Tristan Wirfs, their offensive lineman was injured, and the whole a lot of the players on the offensive line got injured that game, and you're going to need players like that against the Rams and the Packers. So
Wirfs was ready to go back in the game, and Ryan Jensen did go back in the game. So they'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, Wirfs left after 2 or 3 snaps after.
Yeah. But they wanted to put him back out there, and he wanted to go back out there, but then they saw the score and said, well, there is zero need for you to go back out there.
Right.
So hopefully that will end healthy. I guess with defensive pass rushes like the Rams and Packers and others, they're going to need everyone.
Yeah, but Eagles, you feel me? All y'all had to do is just lose. Like, we could have went out there in New Orleans 9-0. We could have got the Bucs out of there.
Well, it's the playoffs, so.
You feel me?
Right. Let them know, Phil.
Hold on. What's the name not here? He's not here.
Thank you, Phil.
Noodle Arm is not here, so we went.
I'll let Phil say
Cover
it.
Simeon?
Let me have my Let me have my moment, okay?
I'm gonna let Phil. I'm just letting Phil talk.
If we're talking week to week,
Thank you, Phil.
Cool. Yeah. Speaking, the Patriots and the Eagles both got kicked out, and another toxic fan base also got kicked out at the 4:00 game. The Cowboys and 49ers. So thoughts? All the toxic fan bases got kicked out this weekend. So
I'm gonna listen, man. Listen, me personally, Deebo my favorite player, man. He's my favorite player. Like he played literally he plays the game how I used to play when I played, and this shit's amazing to watch. He lines up everywhere. He's fucking stoppable. It's unstoppable. You can't stop him.
He might be better out of the backfield than he is lined up at receiver. If that's not I'm not talking bad about it, but that's just how good he is.
Yeah, listen,
did he get more rushing yards than receiving yards?
Yeah, he did because wait, let me just tell you how backwards this is. I took over 30 rushing yards and over 60 receiving yards. This mother sucker gonna rush for 70 yards and receive for 30 yards. I just flip flopped it.
Yeah, I just bet him the rushing over. I didn't bet on the receiving. I'm just glad that they know how to utilize that weapon because he's playing better than we've seen.
That's literally what I talk about when you play any sport. It don't matter how old the person is. It don't matter if you got seniors, juniors in front of him. If he's the best player and you want to win the game, you can go flip.
Get him out there.
Exactly, you can go flip side to the Cowboys. Your best receiver got one reception for 21 yards. That's I don't get it. I don't get it.
All year that's been the thing. Go on, Phil.
Yeah. I want to say they have 2 first-team players on that roster. Trayvon Diggs. I mean, I'm pretty sure he did well, right? He's first Pro Bowler, first team. I saw a couple bad plays. Yeah,
I didn't see the whole
barbecue chicken. Stop.
Absolutely.
No,
I'm
saying there's a clip surfacing on TikTok, Twitter, and everything, and it's the same 4 plays of him getting ran over by number 15, and then Ayuk
with his brother in the stands.
Yeah, Ayuk routing him up on the crazy double move and shit like that. But like I said, he gonna have to go to the tape. Gonna have to work on technique, something.
Barbecue chicken alert! Barbecue chicken alert! Because they were looking for him. Juwan Jennings was getting targeted because Trayvon Diggs was guarding him. That's your first team All Pro. That's your starting Pro Bowler.
Yeah, I mean,
the QBs are looking for him. That's why he has interceptions because they're trying to throw to him.
Right. There's
a reason why he has 11 because you're not going to intercept everything. Yeah, it gets thrown.
Right, it's you know what? I'm taking my chances, because it's either be an interception or a touchdown. I'm taking it.
Right. Yep. I think he was the leader in flags, most yards allowed, and I think another category. I forgot what it was.
Back to what Lawrence said though about their best receiver only gets 1 catch. I had CeeDee Lamb on my fantasy team this year, so I've seen this firsthand. There are games when CeeDee finishes the game with 2 or 3 catches, and you're just how could this be possible? Especially when Gallup was out for most of the year. Cedric Wilson is getting not even just more yards and catches, more targets. They are looking to Cedric Wilson where they're even looking to CeeDee Lamb. How does that make sense?
And San Fran's secondary is all banged up, so they're not they have a great secondary.
Well, who broke it down? Was it Troy Aikman? Yeah, Troy Aikman had the whole breakdown of he basically was I don't want to go back in time, but Michael Irvin had a guy playing 10 yards off of him. I'm gonna get him the smoke screens, hitches to get him going, and they didn't bother to do that. And the one thing that's really, really annoying, appreciate the like too, whoever's in here that liked the video, is what I can't fathom or understand is when the game is over, is the people that come up and say, why you ain't get the ball? And I know for a fact he's probably hearing that shit. Why are you asking me? Why are you asking me? I had 1.5 targets. It don't make sense. Schultz had the most catches. Never. And then this just feeds into I'm mind blown how they say Kellen Moore, Dan Quinn are 2 of the leading guys that are going to be getting head coaching jobs this offseason, and people still like Mike McCarthy. Oh man!
Right.
Wait, read that, Phil. But
he's been. If you run the video back, you can see he talks about the Patriots.
But
Right.
like Dan Quinn, I got that defense. It was very boom or bust. Like I don't know. After what I saw him do in Atlanta, I'm not rushing to hire him as a head coach right now because it was too boom or bust for me. But whatever. And then Kellen Moore, you have all those all stars on offense, and there's been games when your offense looked very mediocre, and now I'm going to give you a whole team. I don't know.
Right. It's crazy. And biggest thing too is what did y'all think about what Dak said at the end?
Oh yes, okay. I was waiting to get to the last play.
Yeah.
So because that's again, they say Kellen Moore called this play. He's the play caller, so he called it. Mike McCarthy says, "Okay, let's go for it." So again, Kellen Moore's supposed to be this genius, and that's who you come up with. And then Dak, we practice it all the time. You know, in practice when it's perfect, we have about 4 seconds left. Why would you call a play that everything has to go perfect and you'll still only have 2 to 4 seconds left? Right. Like I guess I'm still puzzled on that.
Right. I think for me, that play was very questionable for me as well. I mean, even how Dak executed it as well.
I personally would have in that situation, you go to deep outs or something. I don't know. I think maybe they were guarding it, but I just don't know, man.
On that drive, the 3 plays, boom, 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 they were hitting out routes right to the sideline. They got whatever they wanted. So why'd they do that? And then Otto, I'm glad you said that, Otto, too, about the refs. When everyone, the ref got in his way. No, you have to hand the ball to the ref. The ref has to spot the ball.
Right.
That cannot give it to a center, and they spot it anywhere they want. Yeah. So the ref was 100% on the right.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, just the execution of the play was bad because he should have stopped 10 yards before and still had enough time to clock it down so the refs could come and do their thing. But instead, he goes an extra 10 yards to waste even more time. So that whole debacle with everyone running to each other happened. So
the best example I heard of this was one of my boys texted me after the game and was like, I think that he thought he was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the Disney family's The Game Plan movie.
The Game Plan?
When there was no time on the clock and he ran a QB draw from 30 yards out. Because there's no other explanation for it. Because what goes through your mind to say this is the play to do? And I blame Kellen Moore for calling it. I blame Mike McCarthy for not saying no. And then I blame Dak Prescott. You're like, this is a great play call. Let's go for it. Like, what?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I think this is my thing with it. I think him running down and running a quarterback draw is fine. But you as the leader of the team have to get the ball to the ref. Why did you hand it to your center? Literally, that took the valuable seconds. That's what you're supposed to do. You're the leader on the team. You're isn't he the highest paid on the team?
Oh yeah.
He's all of that. You're the quarterback. You know if you lose this goddamn game and don't get your team a shot at the end zone, that they're gonna ask for the money back and the trade your ass. But I don't know, man.
What do you guys think about his comments after the game? About the trash can throw?
That's dangerous. Dangerous stuff right there.
I mean, but it shows again though how dumb you are because you're mad at the ref for your mistake because one, it was a bad play, and 2, you didn't hand the ball to the ref. So now, let's throw trash at the refs because I made a mistake. That's what you told the fans.
Right. So he was basically like, about the shit, and that's not cool. Yeah. Because they got families and all that shit. So, but that was out of pocket when he said that.
I also think that this is proof that it's time to start what people have said before. Mike McCarthy is not a good coach. I mean, look at Green Bay. He has a Super Bowl, but it was Aaron Rodgers. And look, the Packers, since getting rid of Mike McCarthy, have lost, 3 games 1 year, 2 games 1 year, 3 games another year, conference championship back-to-back years. So they were held back by Mike McCarthy. And then this year's Cowboys team were supposed to be the team to beat, and you just got bounced in the first round at home. I just want to point out they're up there with the Saints with the most winningest teams in the past couple of years. I'm just saying. Just want to throw that out there. Nobody cares. But,
we do not care.
They like number 2. You know.
I think it 100% proves that Mike McCarthy is not a good coach, and if I were Dallas, I actually would not hesitate to fire him this year.
Yeah,
bro. I feel like he's just there.
Yes.
I don't know. I got that vibe from the Hard Knock shit where he just looked like he was there.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know what was going on. He's really not running shit. Like
There's no adult in the room when he's there. Like when you have a coach, it's like you feel like you have a parent in the room. When Mike McCarthy's there, it's like he's like that cool uncle that just the kids still do whatever they want, but there was an adult there, so they got away with it.
I'm not gonna lie, it was real priceless to see like Cowboys fans crying, bro. I'm not gonna
Everyone
lie.
understands.
That shit was hilarious.
Right.
They were crying even before the game was over. I'm like, damn, y'all still driving for the game. Like, girls crying. She's like,
Little violent, just
a little violent. But Otto, before we go to the next game here, Otto said, can we just say Brian Flores will be a great Giants hire? I think the Giants just need to not hire anybody. It just needs to be complete anarchy there.
Anyone who gets Brian Flores can be a great hire, but if I'm Brian Flores, I'm not going to the Giants because he's going to have his pick of jobs. Why would I go from a team where I have Tua, who isn't a great quarterback but not terrible, to the Giants where I have no quarterback? And Otto, I know what you're going to say. Well, they said Deshaun Watson's going to go wherever he goes. It's not that simple, buddy. So, no, I'm not going somewhere where the quarterback is not intact. The Raiders are on the top of my list.
Everybody get out on Deshaun Watson, bro. Because the minute his toe touches a blade of grass, they coming to get him. Plain and simple. He's not playing football. I don't know when he's gonna play again, but I don't think it's gonna be immediately.
Only thing I will say is they have apparently been investigating, so I guess that makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
The NFL has done their part. There's nothing they can do about it. Just the legal system, you can't really. That's the part that's scary, but it is what it. I
think he'll still get suspended for for humiliating the NFL and being involved in that. Isn't that a thing too, where they pretty much get suspended still for the bad publicity?
They would have already had to do it. The only way now that they can suspend, and at least as far as I understand. Only way now he can be suspended by the NFL is if there are criminal charges because they've had over a year to investigate all this other stuff and he hasn't been given a suspension on that yet. So I think now he has to actually be charged.
Otto said he just likes what he did in Miami. Yeah, but Miami's a better team. Yeah. Miami's a better team.
Even Ryan Fitzpatrick's better than Daniel Jones. He had Ryan Fitzpatrick there.
So I feel like I don't know. I feel like Miami. Just athletic wise, they just have it. Like they got Devontae Parker, they got Waddle, they got Will Fuller. Will Fuller. I was about to say Will Parks for some reason. I don't know why I was thinking that. He's
like DB. A corner or something.
Yeah, he's a DB. He's a DB. Yeah, he's a DB.
They just have terrible ownership.
Yeah, they got the pieces there. Like that's the thing.
I think they're gonna go downhill without Brian Flores now, though.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know who are you gonna hire that's better than him right now.
I just don't understand why they fired him. Unless he asked to just be like.
They said they didn't like how he communicated. He lacked communication skills.
So you think he sabotaged his own shit?
No, I think that's just their cover for trying to get out of it because they had no other reason because you can't say it's performance. But
yeah,
he
went on an 8-game tear.
Right, like I said, I think that I said last week. I don't agree with it, but maybe their thought process is we've won as far as we're going to go with Brian Flores. We've had 2 years in a row that were the same thing. Like, got to get off of him.
Otto, this is what needs to happen for the Giants, right? This is what needs to happen for y'all. The GM.
Burn the stadium.
No, they need to not burn the stadium. Yeah, that stadium is actually trash, but you guys need to go to one of the teams that put players together and have a good gel, draft wise, scout wise. You need to go get the assistant GM and grab because they're gonna have the sauce on how to get to where they want
outside of their team instead of in house.
Right,
like they always do.
So, because I know, somebody's looking at the Saints assistant GM right now. I forget who it was. So,
yeah, the Bills assistant GM wouldn't be a bad one either. The problem is going to be who's going to be that coach because the Giants are the least desirable jobs out of any of the ones that are available right now. So nobody wants to go. You're going to get
that media is going to crush you.
But the reason you got Joe Judge last time was because nobody wanted to go there either. Like when these jobs open up, now the Raiders' job is a better job. The Broncos' job.
The Bears'
job is a better job. The Vikings' job is a better job.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to go to the Giants.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a burden. I feel like you need a personality that's gonna match that. You know, Like, and I don't know who that's gonna be. But we're gonna see. Like the Giants core wise, they have good elements. It's just messy. It's just really messy there, and nobody can stay healthy. Nobody can stay healthy. All your receivers are hurt every 2 seconds. Tight ends hurt. Linemen get hurt. You got your running back, your premier superstar running back we don't know what he's about to do. Like,
yeah, it's a whole new culture.
You said they need to sell the team.
But it goes beyond that, though. It's just the players right now. You're just not a good, like. It doesn't matter if you're the best owner in football right now. Your roster right now, it's not desirable right now. Like there's just too many good jobs out there.
Yeah, and I feel like it's culture too. Like when you hear when you can watch players' interviews and shit, and they just the energy they got about certain teams. Like you can go and say, "Hey, the Falcons." You could probably see interviews with certain. What you guys know, the linebacker?
Deion
Jones. You can have Matt Ryan talk, and they probably love the culture in that locker room because they've been together for however long. You go to the Saints. You go to the Saints. Same thing.
Yeah, like Cordell Patterson. He just had a career year. He's going to be able to have his picket teams, and he's saying, right now I want to be back in Atlanta next year. Like, we stunk this year. This guy is going to have probably contenders calling him to be, a gadget guy, and he's saying, I want to be in Atlanta. Russell Gage had a breakout year. Same thing. Falcons are the first team I want to come back to. Like, it's a culture. These guys like to buy into it. We stink. The fact that anybody wants to come back to Atlanta shows you that there's something going on in the locker room that makes them want to be there.
Right, and I just don't see it from the Giants, bro. Like,
nope.
You got to get the people to believe in the quarterback, which I don't think all of them believe in the quarterback. So, you feel me? That's where it honestly starts, because you go as your leader goes, and if you ain't got a leader, it's everybody out there trying to fight for scraps to get the next deal or the next team to pick them up. So, man, but enough about the goddamn Giants, man. We talking about the playoff teams, man.
Chiefs Steelers up next.
Yeah, the Chiefs Steelers. What y'all think of that game? I watched when I turned it on. I think I turned it on when Tyreek Hill he grabbed the pom poms and started getting real disrespectful out there.
They had us in the first quarter.
You missed the beginning when the Steelers. I was actually like, my eyes were popping out of my head. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Right, T.J. Watt.
Yeah, they looked like they were gonna do the impossible.
Yeah, I was actually getting ready and everything to go out for the night, and then my boy that I was down in Florida with, he's a Steelers fan, so he's like, "Let's go," and I'm like, oh, some crazy shit happened. Then I turn the TV on, and then I take a peek, and then I see him running it in and everything. I'm like, damn, we got a ball game. Hey, what's good, man? What's good? Yeah, he's a 49ers fan. We were just talking about the Cowboys and 49ers game too.
Yeah, I think that game encompassed the Steelers' year. The defense did what they could, but it was just too much. And really, you take out that one, what was it, like a 10-minute stretch where Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns, and it wasn't a terrible game. Like, I mean, obviously you can't just take that out of the game, but it is what it is. Like, we knew that the Steelers were going to lose the game. I did pick the Steelers on our picks last week just to be that guy, because it was just like a storybook for them to get there. So I thought
conspiracy theory.
Right. I was like, maybe I'll be right here, but it is what it is. Mahomes just showed that's why he's great. Like, he can not do anything, and then 10 minutes, 5 touchdowns. Okay. Like, what?
Yeah, I just shared, I don't know if y'all saw it on Facebook. I shared a memory from 2019. I said Mahomes is going to be the greatest quarterback when it's all said and done. And everybody, I go to look back at the comments, and even people commented, like, they commented when I reposted it again. They said, I don't believe in this. It's just my opinion. He's amazing.
I guess I'm still confused on how you can't say that at this point.
Yeah.
Like, he has
at that point, 2019, he threw 50 touchdowns.
Yeah, he threw 50 touchdowns. Like, I mean, so he has a Super Bowl. He has a Super Bowl MVP. He has the historic now. So if he retires tomorrow, like, he won't be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but like, he would have like a Hall. Like, you can make an argument for him to still get into the Hall if he does nothing else the rest of his career already. Like, so if that doesn't make you say he's one of the greats, I guess.
Hey, man, listen. He's unreal, and he's gonna be fringe 5K every year. He's literally gonna have at least 4,700 or more every year just from the people he got. But man, listen, Tyreek Hill, man. That boy be acting up out there.
Yes.
He be acting out.
Tyreek Hill showed me this year. Last year, Neil and I went on our thing where we thought that he was a. Well, I'll still stand. Before this year, Tyreek Hill was a very one-dimensional player. You know, like, this year he showed, okay, they're going to take away the deep ball. Watch what else I can do. So I got to give him his credit. He proved to me now he is a complete receiver. But before this year, he just didn't show it to me. But I'm going to give him his flowers.
The intermediate stuff is there. He's running the digs. He's running the outs. He's running the hitches. And I'm like, okay. And, bro, like, he's so good, man. Like, he catches the ball. And he has two people in front of them. It's like a 2-yard pass, and somehow he gets 12 out of the play. It's like, I don't know how a person can be that fast, bro.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I'm giving him his credit now. So last year, it was like strictly screenplays and over the top. This year, he's doing everything. He's running the full route tree, intermediate, deep, short. He's proven that he is a legit number one receiver, even though he is vertically challenged.
What do y'all think about the other receivers in KC, man? What do y'all think about them?
They're mediocre.
Mediocre. I feel like Pringle's coming along. I don't know why he's starting to show up more and more every week. I don't know. That might just be me.
But is he like a guy that's kind of like a Alan Lazard or an MVS, where like if they're not playing with an all-time great quarterback, you wouldn't know who they are?
That's very true.
Also, I completely forgot Josh Gordon was on the team.
Yeah, I don't think is he rotating in or no?
No.
I have no clue, to be honest.
Yeah,
he probably got special packages or something.
Yeah, I think he's touched the field one game this year. He's not. Yeah, but I think that it's Mahomes. It's the same thing with Aaron Rodgers. They give him his one guy, Tyreek Hill. They also gave him Travis Kelce, but whatever. But like they're just gonna throw all their makeshift pieces out there because it doesn't matter.
Right. Well, man, what about the Steelers? What y'all think of the Steelers, man? After that game,
play some new addition. It's the end of the road. That's all you gotta do.
I truly think though they're a quarterback away. You give them a quarterback next year, and this team they made the playoffs this year with this team. So if you give them a quarterback that can move, I think they'll be okay.
That right there is like the Steelers. Are they known for that? You feel me? Like to go get a quarterback.
No, but I'm not talking about like a super mobile quarterback. Even like a guy like a Jimmy G. Like Jimmy G's not a mobile court, but he can move. Like Ben couldn't move at all. Like
that's facts.
But the Steelers, they've come out and said that they're not going after a veteran quarterback. Do I necessarily believe that? Not so much, but I don't know. I mean, I guess
shout out to Mike Tomlin, man.
Even one of these rookie quarterbacks would be an upgrade. Well, not really an upgrade, but they can move at least. And we saw that they can build an offense around a quarterback who's not equipped.
Do you think Haskins gets a shot?
I think he should.
The options you have, yeah, right.
If you're telling me you're not going after a Rodgers or Russell Wilson, then I guess you're going to take a young quarterback. But if you have Dwayne Haskins sitting there, why wouldn't you give him the chance for the year?
They should just let him spin. Yeah, and use it as a bridge year to see what happens. I don't know what's happening next year in free agency, but I'm pretty sure somebody's going to become available at that point too.
Worst case scenario, you get a good draft pick. So,
also, I believe Marcus Mariota is going to be a free agent this year. Now, there's a couple teams out there that need a quarterback. That's what I'm saying. Now. Like that's a guy that I could be wrong, but I think he's going to be a free agent.
He made the playoffs a couple times, right?
Yeah, with the Titans.
Well, how many? 2 or 3?
Definitely once. I'm not. I don't want to be wrong on it, but I definitely remember him being in there one time. But I mean, the Saints need a quarterback. Steelers need a quarterback. Giants arguably need a quarterback. Washington needs a quarterback.
Right. It's looking real crazy right now.
You think Minnesota might be looking?
But they're going to have to come off. They got to find someone to trade for Kirk first. They're not going to pay another quarterback if Kirk's on roster.
Yeah,
right.
Because he probably making 25 plus, at least.
Yeah, and that thing was fully guaranteed when he signed it.
All right, man. Let's get. We got the Rams and the Cardinals game, man. Old boy's not here. We could have went crazy with this one.
He would have had a whole 45-minute segment.
The Fraudnals were here, man. Like, I didn't get to see this game. I fell asleep. I was traveling back
You didn't miss
on
nothing.
Monday.
Nope,
Yeah,
did not miss anything at
that's
all.
what I heard. I heard OBJ had more passing yards than him at one point in the game and some crazy shit.
Yo, they had -1 offensive yards going into the second quarter, bro.
That is ridiculous. I don't know what's up with the Cardinals. Cliff gonna probably have to. He gonna have to look at himself in the mirror or something.
That was a
No,
terrible
no, no,
debut.
no.
Yeah.
Cliff needs to be fired.
Cliff needs to be fired.
Let's think about, before Cliff got hired in Arizona. A lot of people don't know this because if you don't follow college football,
Right.
Cliff got fired from Texas Tech that offseason and then was brought on to be the offensive coordinator at USC.
Right.
And then got hired out of that job so he got a job after being fired in college. He is not a good coach. He is literally only an NFL coach because his good friend is Sean McVay. And he got hired in that offseason when everybody was trying to get the next Sean McVay.
Damn.
It is what it is.
Drops Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, with that performance,
But what do y'all think it says about the Cardinals? What do y'all think? Is it a bigger thing as they needed everyone healthy to compete? Kyler Murray not showing leadership, not playing well, putting the team on his back.
To mention that, I think they had the whole Manning cast like they did, and I think Russell Wilson was there. Russell Wilson was talking to Peyton Eli, saying, "If I was Kyler Murray, I'm hyping up my team, saying let's go, let's do this, and then all of a sudden ESPN pans to Kyler Murray just sitting on the bench, just doing nothing.
Right.
Literally perfect timing.
And that's what some people had heard about him too. Coming out of college, coming out of college and everything. Right. But hey, like some people are like internally like self-motivated versus showing it externally. But you gotta mold. He's gonna have to eventually mold himself into that. He's going to his 4th year coming up next year.
Yep.
So he's gonna be just fine. Like he's shown stretches where he can play elite, but he just got to put it all together now. So I'm not out on him yet.
In the great words of the former Arizona Cardinals coach Dennis Green, they are who we thought they were.
Yes, someone literally posted online. They haven't been the same since the Packers game. Literally.
And think about it. That's like the first time they played a real team. I mean, they played the Rams early in the year, but they played the Rams and beat them. I'll give them that. But after that Packers game, they had all their tough games.
Yeah, I didn't know the Cardinals needed DeAndre Hopkins that badly.
They don't.
The offense looked terrible.
Nah, I don't think they do.
Doesn't make that much of a difference.
I don't think they do.
He truly he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but he is not making up that. What we saw on Monday night, you put DeAndre Hopkins out there, the results are not different.
Yeah, I think Kyler Murray has enough, bro. He has enough pieces. He has every type of archetype at receiver, and he has Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is still
good running backs
doing his thing. 2 good running backs. He has enough. It's just a matter of him making the plays, and he just looked. When I watched the whole highlight, 16 minutes on YouTube. That's what I do after every game that's played.
Shout out to LSU for the backdoor cover at 3.5, baby.
Oh, you played it?
Yeah, I played him at +3.5.
Oh, okay.
And they lost by 3.
Oh, they lost by 3?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
They hit a 3.
Wait, what did I put in the chat?
You had him at +7.
Okay. Who did I have at negative? I had somebody at -3. I forget
Drake,
what it was.
You got Drake at -3.
Drake. Okay, all right.
Drake.
But I didn't end up playing that card anyway. But yeah, I just think like Kyler Murray and them, he has enough, but he just needs to put it together, man. Like, and he has time. Like, this is a different situation versus Daniel Jones and all these other bum ass. They not even showing any type of flashes.
Like, that's why I'm saying if I'm making any moves with Arizona, it's to get off the coach. I'm not getting. There's nothing else I'm doing except maybe moving off the coach.
Right.
I think that Kingsbury could actually be a phenomenal offensive coordinator in the NFL.
Right.
I don't think that he, at this point in his life, is ready to be a head coach.
Man, he be going on that. He be going forward on their own 20 and shit, 4th and 5, like giving the team short field to getting into the red zone on the following play.
What was everyone's thought on the whole Cam Akers Buda Baker play?
I saw.
I think it was overhyped.
I was gonna say I saw it too.
Not intentional, no.
Nah, I think like especially as a running back too, like when you're in the heat of the moment like that, and you see, obviously, what's his name's a Pro Bowl. He's an All-Pro player. He's coming flying down. It's football. It's part of the game. I think where people got an issue with it is when he went over him. I don't think he knew that he was knocked out.
He actually tweeted after the game that he prayers up Buda Baker. I had no clue how hurt you were after the play. And that's normal.
It's partially on Buda because his head was down too. Mm-hmm. He needed to be up a bit more higher, and he needed to actually be looking at what he was hitting. So
I don't think anyone was wrong in that situation because Cam didn't know what was going on, so he responded like he did. And the Cardinals players are standing up for their guy, so I think everybody responded like they should have responded.
Right. But hey, I think the Rams too. They just took advantage of all the mistakes that Kyler Murray and them were making, and they did what they're supposed to do. To be honest, I think I'm just really excited for the games that are coming up. Yeah. Oh, he said.
Bang play, absolutely.
Yeah. He definitely bang play. Like that's part of the game, bro. Like when you got a 1-on-1 with a safety, or my coaches he used to corners and safeties. He used to call them pencil necks. You break them or they break you. Plain and simple, and that's what happens. It's not intentional.
No,
but
no.
I feel like if it extended further, then I would be like, all right, nah, he's being malicious or he's tripping.
Like if he's on the stretcher and you're celebrating, then you're wrong. But the play was literally just over, and he walked by and went like this. It is what it is.
So how'd you guys think the Rams offense played?
Woo! That
Odell Beckham.
Listen,
bro, they gave him a PED test. They said he wasn't doing this in Cleveland.
Yeah, this is why I said that the Rams are my Super Bowl favorites earlier in the year. I thought it was going to be Robert Woods, not OBJ, but if they click like this, they are going to be a very hard team to beat.
And also, side note, Matthew Stafford didn't even have his best passing day. He only threw for 200,
202 yards. That's it.
Yeah, he didn't even have his best passing day. So we see the full potential of this offense.
They had Cam Akers come back. Cam Akers less than 6 months, 95 yards.
I don't know how he's insane, bro. He's got to be something is loose up here. Something is loose up here for him to be playing off a torn Achilles after 6 months.
Listen, you've said it plenty of times. That injury now is a sprained ankle.
It's got to be because I don't know who his doctor is, but salute that man because that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson's doctors,
and I think it's the youth too. Him being younger, I think that helps out because he's only 22, 23. So his body gonna naturally heal, and he doesn't have that much mileage on his body, so he's gonna be just fine. Listen.
I don't think LA's letting him go.
Yeah, I think
LA's gonna move hell and high water to bring him back.
Listen, first off, we gotta look at too. All right, who's his girlfriend? She probably lived in LA the whole time. He's staying in LA. He's there. He was there already, all season. So it don't get no better than I never been to LA, but.
There'll be a lot more parties in LA.
Listen, man, OBJ was never the issue.
Never.
People are tripping. You gotta put people in situations to succeed. Like when you got a coach that's trying to force a scheme, that does not work, and you got players that are screaming to you, or not even the players screaming, but the personnel is like, yo, this is not gonna work. You're in pro style, you got Jarvis Landry and the OBJ. OBJ is a spread quarterback, or not wide receiver. He's not a pro style wide receiver. I just don't. I don't like him at that. I think Jarvis is because he's got intermediate. He runs the hitches. He can catch the traffic. But OBJ is a person you want in space.
Right. That's why Jarvis Landry was the better receiver in Cleveland. His game is designed for it.
You said what money do the Rams have?
What money do they have? They never have money, but they always do some voodoo nonsense. Under normal circumstances, I'm 100% right there with you. There's no way they can bring back OBJ. It doesn't work. But every time I've said that, they do something crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen, man.
We'll find out tomorrow. They traded Matt Stafford.
Right. and then somehow bring him back.
Right.
You think Woods or Jefferson's gonna be gone? With OBJ being there?
Van Jefferson is on a rookie deal. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, Van Jefferson he's going to be sneaky, bro. He's sneaky good.
Yeah, also, and Robert Woods is still locked into his deal.
Yeah, I feel like one of those players, production is obviously going to go down next year with all those
Robert Woods got a deal 2 years ago because he got paid right before Cooper Kupp, I think.
Yeah. But Robert Woods is now the expendable player there. If they bring back OBJ, yes,
Right.
Robert Woods becomes very expendable.
Right. But they're gonna listen. They're
Let's
gonna
trade for first round
they're
draft
gonna find a way.
Imagine they get the draft picks back.
Well, that's
Yo.
the thing that's crazy. Is they legit could do that.
Look, they said Rick sent me this. He said this is Neil.
Wait, is that someone or it's a random person?
It's not. It's a random person. It's a random person.
That does look like Neil.
Rick, you funny.
Rick, our highlight reporter.
All right, so let's get into the man. If y'all tuned in right now, we appreciate you. What's good, Dante? Make sure you guys hit the share on this video if you're on YouTube or Facebook. Like this video. It's IBTE Sports Podcast. We about to get into the divisional playoff round matchups. Let's get right into it. Let's go to the Bengals and the Titans, man. Sitting at 12-5 and 10-7. I'm gonna go first. Okay. I think the Bengals are going to get. They're going to get there. They're going to be in the AFC Championship game. Yeah,
remember I said last week that I thought the Titans were the worst 1 seed we've seen in a while, which was no slight to them.
Right,
but I think that this just proves my point. Like, I'm rolling with Cincy. Like,
he said, I can't go back.
No, but like, just
this is my Cleveland. I can't go back.
No, but they're hot. Like, I mean, what have people said that the weakness of Tennessee's defense is? Their secondary. What's the strength of Cincinnati's offense? They break the game open. Like,
yep. And the crazy thing, they can still run the rock because what Mixon gonna get? Like I said earlier, he gonna get 16, 17 carries. If you allow him to get to that,
what scares me?
It's gonna be tough.
This team is hard to beat in Tennessee for some reason. Like, teams just don't win there. Like, what? Right. Oh, this is my toughest game of the week.
It's that goddamn turf. It's that goddamn turf, bro.
Yeah.
I miss all the games. I didn't get to watch. Like this weekend, I am sitting down and I'm watching everything, bro. Like, I think I have a flag game before the Sunday games, but I'm flying home and I'm sitting down. I'm gonna get some. What's the shit? The high nooners. I'm gonna get some high nooners. And I'm gonna sit down and watch every single game from start to finish. But yeah, this is definitely gonna be one of my favorite. I love the Bengals offense, man. I can't say it enough.
I definitely think this is probably going to be the hardest game to pick from the whole weekend. I'm going to go with Tennessee just because I think the one thing this team needed going into the playoffs was rest, and they got it. Derrick Henry's looking better by day and day. The defense definitely needed some rest with a lot of injuries there. A.J. Brown gets some healing time. Julio Jones, and I think they definitely have what it takes to move on to the AFC Championship. I just think the Bengals are like 1 year away, and I think they'll be more competitive next year, even better.
I took the Bengals at +7.5 because I think it's just gonna be close.
So I would say the determining factor. You guys can do one too. I don't know if you want, but I think it's gonna come down to the Bengals defense getting turnovers. I think that's what's gonna be the determining factor in the game. If they can steal 1 or 2 possessions for Joe Burrow, I think that's gonna be the game changer.
Right. For me, Kenny mentioned it. The weakness is the secondary. We got to see. That's gonna be my determining factor for that game because we got to see how they handle that tremendous passing offense of the Bengals. So I'm gonna go with them.
For me, it's gonna be Derrick Henry. If they put Derrick Henry out there,
he just get cleared.
They said he looked good in the contact drills today, so I don't know. Okay. That's if they put him out there though, and he's not Derrick Henry. Are they gonna pull him out of the game, or are you just going to keep riding him because he's Derrick Henry? So to me, that's going to be the determining factor. How long of a lead they get Henry?
Right. So we'll go to the next one here. We'll go with the Rams and the Bucs, man. This game is on Sunday.
Bucs are the favorite.
What you got?
The Los Angeles Rampions, baby.
I can't even tell you.
Last time I checked, the Bucs are favored by 3, I believe.
Yeah, the Bucs are favored.
They are?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I took the Rams money line, which would mean that they had a been favored.
I took the money line too. Hey, great minds think alike. I'm gonna go with Rams as well because I said last year I think the Bucs will either win last year or the year coming up. I think, and I'm gonna stick with what I said. I think they come up short this year. the Rams are just too good of a team rolling right now to be beaten, especially with all the injuries they have on the Bucs. No Godwin, Antonio Brown's gone. A lot of defensive injuries with secondary. I just think the Rams are a better team. I think they'll get the W against Tampa Bay.
From the pit, not the palace.
Yeah, I think they would have beat them even at full strength. Like this Rams team, they're clicking now. They beat them earlier in the year, which doesn't always mean anything, but they beat them when they weren't clicking, and now they are clicking. So I like how things are looking for them. Matt Stafford got the playoff monkey off his back. People can shut up about he can't win in the postseason now. He can't win the big game. They're the underdogs going into this game. Yes, it really is championship or bust for them, but they're technically not expected to win this game. So I think they go in there and they win this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams too. I just don't want to see. I'm torn, man, because I want the Rams to win and then lose in the following round, so I don't have to hear his mouth.
The 49ers are still alive though.
But I also don't. At the same time, I don't want the Bucs to win, because then
I'd rather hear Neil's mouth than have the Bucs win another Super Bowl. I don't care.
Because Neil's gonna crown the Rams the best ever and all this garbage bullshit. And I'm not trying to hear it.
For me, my determinant factor in this game is Tom Brady. Historically, the way to get him and frazzle him is to get pressure up the middle. Who is the Rams' best player and the best player in the NFL? Aaron Donald. And what does he do? Wreak havoc up the middle. So if the Bucs can, you're not going to stop him. But if you can't slow him down, it's going to be a long day for Tom.
That's literally the key. Like if you turn the games back, like Tom Brady in the Super Bowl against the Eagles,
Brady Jarrett was eating his lunch. Like he was in the bed. Like if you get Fletcher, and then like you said against the Eagles, Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham were coming up the middle and just making him very uncomfortable. Right.
Yep. So if they could do that, they can definitely win. But I think it's gonna be the Rams too. Let's go. We got 49ers and Packers.
Oh, what about the determining factors?
Yeah, Phil wanted to give his deciding factor.
Oh, my fault. I thought you had already said it.
No, I thought it was Kenny, me, then you.
Well, Kenny, you didn't say yours, did you?
You just did.
I just said Aaron Donald pressure up the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I won. Then I go next and you go last. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. My fault.
For me, it'll probably be the Bucs running game because Fournette has had a great year. Him being healthy and him actually reducing is gonna be big, so it's gonna open up stuff for Mike Evans, Gronk, and others. So if the Bucs can't run the ball, they're gonna struggle on offense, and I'm gonna go with that.
For the Rams, I think it's gonna be, to be honest, I think if they could establish the run, I think it's gonna help them open up a lot more against the Bucs defense. But if they can't run, it's gonna force them to pass a lot. And Stafford, I don't know, man. He's gonna need the run game because I think the run game is definitely crucial just to get going, especially in the playoffs. So if they can get that going, I think it'll be much easier for them to win. So that's my determining factor. Now we got the 49ers and Packers.
Green Bay.
You guys got Green Bay?
Yeah, I got
I'm going green for a reason. I got Green Bay as well.
That GOAT from Wisconsin.
It's a bad man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers too. I think they just sitting there brewing, they're waiting. I think Devontae Adams, he goes out and has an incredible game. I think it's gonna be obviously. I think the 49ers defense is always tough to play against, but I think he finds a way to break out and everything like that. So
and really, I really want the Packers to win because as much as I have said I wanted the Rams to get the Super Bowl, I would love to see Aaron Rodgers Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Like we got robbed. We got robbed of that matchup this year. We got robbed of that matchup this year. Like, do you know how glorious it would be to watch that? Like that would be.
You said that last year.
Literally, State Farm would make so much money off of that.
Like I need to see that.
You said if they don't stop Deebo, I think the Packers defense has tightened up throughout the whole season. So that's why I say. That's why I say the 49ers probably won't win the game, but you never know, man. The 49ers right now are playing dark horse, to be honest.
You know how bad we want to see an NFC championship with the Rams and the 49ers, just to see Neil's reaction?
I don't. I want to see Aaron Rodgers so bad.
Bro, listen, if the 49ers end up beating the Packers, I am putting money on the 49ers to win that game. That's going to be an easy come up, and then I'm going to as I collect my money, I'm gonna watch Nil start to cry right on the podcast the following day.
Just fan yourself with your money.
We're gonna do a special episode for that if that happens. Emergency episode right now. We're going live.
The thing that I think, like,
Okay, we're going live.
even if they struggle to contain Deebo, the problem is going to be Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback on the other side. Like, it's not Dak Prescott this time. It's not Matt Stafford, who I think highly of. It's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, plus the secondary for the 49ers is hella banged up. So you got to see how they'll do against Devontae Adams and others. I think the determining factor for me for the Packers and 49ers is definitely got to be that man, Deebo Samuel. We know how much he can do receiving, rushing. It's on the Packers, who's had a good defense this year, to try to contain him because we got to see what they can do outside of him with Ayuk, Elijah Mitchell, others. Kittle was very quiet against Dallas, so who knows if he'll turn up next week. So it all depends on that man Deebo, though.
He'll be there. Kittle gonna be there.
Yeah, my determining factor is probably Aaron Jones, actually, because we all know what Aaron Rodgers is going to do and what Devontae Adams is going to do. But if Aaron Jones also gets it going, lights out. Like, if Aaron Jones has a game with 100-plus all-purpose yards, Devontae Adams goes for 100 yards, you can probably hang it up.
It's gonna be crazy, man. And then last but not least, the revenge game. The game
Another toss-up.
The game the Bills got circled. They couldn't wait. I know Josh Allen is like, if I can't beat this guy, damn, man.
Literally, the two hardest games to pick out of this week are both AFC games.
This might be our generation's Peyton versus Brady. How they would always see each other in the playoffs, and Brady.
I thought
Peyton.
Bills. I thought it was Baker and Mahomes.
Okay.
I saw that hilarious. I saw that like last year. It was funny as hell.
Bills or Chiefs, man. Who you got, Kenny?
Oh, go Chiefs.
Okay, I was about to say. I thought she was about to say. No one's gonna
circle the wagons.
Circle the wagons.
No. I'm going Buffalo. I'm going Kansas City.
What's up?
Pat Mahomes is just. I mean, this team is clicking on all cylinders now. Yeah, the Bills did beat them earlier in the year, but we saw two different Chiefs teams all year. The first half team was garbage. Looked like they weren't even going to make the playoffs. This team looks like no one's going to beat them. I'm going with them. You score 5 touchdowns in 10 minutes. It's hard for me to go against you. Yes, I understand Buffalo. You just had a phenomenal game. You played a perfect game, but that's my worry is you played a perfect game. You are not going to play a perfect game this time, and I don't think you're going to be able to outdo Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas City as well because they offense is just too dynamic for the Bills' defense, who has been shown to struggle during times of the season, just like Kansas City. But my one worry is the middle linebackers for Buffalo. Like, can they handle the middle routes from Tyreek Hill, from Travis Kelce? And I think if you had to tell me to pick an offense, I'm choosing the Chiefs every single time.
I'm going with Kansas City, man. They're rolling. When's the last time they lost a game? Week 6?
A long time ago.
Week 6?
No, I take that back. Didn't they just recently lose one, and that's how Tennessee got the 1 seed?
They lost the Bengals, yeah.
Yeah, they just lost the Bengals.
The close game. Yeah,
okay.
It's still on fire. I think it's gonna be the Chiefs. I just don't see what happened earlier in the season happening in the playoffs, because that was real embarrassing. I was around a whole bunch of Bills fans when they were watching the game. Oh my goodness, listen, man. They were close. They're not the Eagles up there, but like it was getting real close. Like
it's gonna be.
All I said in the house was I think the Chiefs are gonna win this game, and all hell broke loose. Cause I'm gonna say whatever I want around. It don't matter. Like if I think they're gonna win, I think they're gonna win.
And to me, them losing that game earlier in the year and just losing that game against Cincy actually works in their favor. Like I've said in the past on the podcast, I don't think riding into the playoffs with a 10-game win streak is the best philosophy to have, because then you still have to win 3 straight. But I think that they're in prime position right now.
Yeah.
I also think that Buffalo won their Super Bowl beating New England in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's tough right there. You come off a win like that, and then you got to go against a juggernaut in the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think, me personally, I think this game is going to be 2 possessions by the Chiefs. I do not think it's going to be close. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, I think the determining factor for me is going to be that Chiefs secondary. Most importantly, like Daniel Sorensen and some others, because we saw how
He
struggled.
He's not in.
He's not in.
Is it?
He's out.
No, they put in Thornhill.
Yeah, Sorensen.
Oh, damn! They benched him?
Yeah, because the Tyrann Mathieu and all of them, they said get him the F out of there during that stretch. No, they literally there was an article I read on Twitter, and they're basically all the players are vouching for what's his name, Juan Thornhill or something like that.
Yeah,
and he's and then as soon as they made that switch, they went on this run. But because you could look back at those games, there was like timely touchdowns that Sorensen was giving up. And that shit changed, and now here they are, 12-5.
So I am switching my pick to
exactly.
So I am switching my pick to Buffalo's run game because it starts with that run game, it ends with that run game. If Josh Allen is your leading rusher, like we said on a bunch of previous podcasts, you're in trouble. Hopefully, the coach can actually game plan to run. Give Singletary and Zach Moss a chance. And I think there's another
running back. Past 5 weeks.
Yeah, he's been going. He's been going for sure.
Yeah, so
they realize that though, so smart on their end.
That'll open up a lot of plays for the receivers. Dawson Knox is a monster. He's been good this season. Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, they just need to do whatever they can to open up for those guys. So I got those run game.
All right.
For me, the determining factor is the Kansas City backfield. I thought it was crazy last week. Everyone no CEH. Everyone thought Darrell was the guy. Like, people just slept on McKinnon, and it makes me wonder.
He was getting crazy.
Why wasn't he the guy out? Like this year in fantasy, when CEH went down, I picked up McKinnon in a couple leagues, and they didn't even put him on the field. Like, this really makes you question.
We're saving it for the playoffs.
But last year he got hurt again, I believe. In practice or something like that, because he did have that major knee injury from the Vikings.
Definitely did, but he came out and didn't miss a step. Like, he looked better than CEH looked at all year. Like,
he was running through contact, catching everything. Like, I was like, oh shit.
But yeah, I mean, you get that out of him. Derek Gore then comes in and vultures the big between the tackle carries. I mean, it's scary. They're doing this with their third and fourth string running back. Right. They get that production. It's going to be tough to beat the Chiefs.
Right. Man, listen. It's gonna be real exciting, man. Saturday, Sunday, 4:30, and then 8:15 on Saturday, 3:00, and then 6:30 on Sunday, to see who goes to the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship.
Ooh.
Who you got? You guys said the Bengals Titans is your game of the week?
No, I think it's gonna be the closest.
Yeah, I said the AFC games are gonna be the toughest games to pick a winner.
Right.
For the week. Yeah.
I feel like these are all great matchups, man. I feel like they're all great matchups across the board.
For me, Green Bay San Fran might really be the one. And also, too, another underrated storyline here, Matt LaFleur versus Kyle Shanahan is
the assistants from 2013.
Yeah, well, not even just 2013. Matt LaFleur was the quarterback coach in Atlanta the year Kyle Shanahan was our offensive coordinator. That's been his guy. Yeah, so they've been linked for a long time.
He about to know everything.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna be interesting. I didn't know that. I saw the picture when they were with Denver, right?
Washington.
Or was it Washington? Washington, because Shanahan's father, right?
Yep. You had Shanahan, LaFleur, and McVay all on the same staff.
Yep. It's
Washington
crazy.
still stunk.
They didn't know any better. They weren't mature. All of them was probably 26.
Well, they also had a broken RG3 and a young Kirk Cousins playing quarterback.
Right. Oh man! All right, Neil, we missed you tonight, man. If you're watching, if you want run this back,
get that 5G up.
I got the Rams.
We all got the Rams.
So get off my back for this week. Next week,
he's gonna message you.
Next week you're out of there. I hope y'all play the Niners. But what's the last words you guys got, man?
For me, football season's over. Let's enjoy some NBA basketball while we can. We're a little bit past the halfway point, a little bit before it. So let's just enjoy this wonderful sport of basketball because football no longer exists to me. So let's enjoy that while we can. This guy, unreal.
Unreal.
All right. I just want to let everyone know gambling is very bad. Do not do it.
That right there.
The more you know, the star with the rainbow.
That's all.
That's all I got.
That's a
very
great
my
PSA.
thing,
Good job.
my thing here is I just want to let these guys know that boy in that Yahoo Fantasy. Hold on, listen. My team is coming along, man. KD's hurt. KD. No, it ain't no. I'm coming for the winning spot.
Wait, what place are you? What place we got?
I'm at 4th right now, and I'm winning 7-3 right now.
Second.
Yeah, don't worry. We're right behind you.
Hey, I believe you.
Don't worry. What you at?
I'm second.
You got 4 wins. You got 4 W's above me. That's fine. We're gonna see you.
Hey, we ready?
I ain't worried. Yeah, I've been paying attention, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been switching out lineups every Monday, Sunday night. I go in there. I'm like, all right, I need to play this person. And then
the waiver wire vulture.
Yeah, KD's hurt right now, but I had to go and get who did I had to go get?
Yeah, they snuck a one for me tonight. I picked the money line. They got the 1.1.
Yeah, I just wanted to get Looney too. Wanted to pick up Looney, get some extra boards, dominate those boards. We'll see what happens because he's had like 10 plus the last 4 or 5 games. But that's my last words, man. We up out of here. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to IBTE Sports Podcast. We up out of here, man.
Night.